To add a little bit of color and flavor to this, we've enlisted the help of another After Effects survivor, our good friend Joe, to be our inner monologue. Enjoy.
Hey, I'm Joe. Well, the other Joe. But I'm also being radicalized by After Effects.
So for like the last 3 versions of After Effects, every time I go to open up an old project, and only some of the old projects, not all of them, it crashes. It hangs at like 99% loading, even though you can see all the files it's loading. Crashes. You can load that project into After Effects, like the standard operating procedure for fixing stupid crap. That works. None of the files are linked on weird external media or anything, whatever. They're all just normal files. People were saying that Premiere was causing that issue. Deleted Premiere because I never use that. I use Resolve. Didn't work. Updated the newest After Effects. Still didn't work. This bug has been in there probably 3 or 4 versions. It's driving me insane. Then I had used my computer remotely, so I come back in and my After Effects window is really tiny. And for some stupid reason, this program could keep a ratio of all of the things that you have open and how you have everything set up, you know, so you could like change your layout and maybe it could stretch responsively. You know, they try to add responsive stuff in here, except for in their own fucking program. So you go in here, you have to resize everything all over again. Every time something changes with your window. Why not just save it as a ratio of the things in the layout? I don't understand why after so many years we pay for this stupid fucking program and like bugs exist that are stupid as hell. All sorts of crap. There was one that when you used to just move your mouse while saving something, it would crash. Using your computer while collecting files would just crash your machine. Like, what are we paying for? Are you fucking kidding me? This program is fucking with me. Like, I think Adobe, like, you know how they always ask you, like, if they can record your screen because they want to sample colors and stuff? I think they're watching me. Are they watching me? Adobe, come on. Are you watching me? Seriously. Because literally that didn't work like 3 times in a row. And I've restarted this since updating it and brought it back. Like, how? All right. What I didn't do is I had After Effects open that time when I clicked on it. That's the one difference. I'm going to open it with the file, which should work, because why would that be any different? Now it works. But now I'm wondering if it's working because I had it open. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. That file. Let's pick a different one. I think one day you're going to find me here instead of I'm going to just be like rocking in the corner. Just mumbling. They got me. They got me. Wait. Okay, hold on. Ha. See, I'm not crazy.
What changed now? Like, what did you change? Anything?
Nope. Just not opening.
And is it the same file or is it just
different file? I found another one that didn't work. So now, yeah, crash repair continue. Yeah, sure. It's my plugins. Yep. Nope. Yep. I bet. Always blaming something else.
Of course.
Okay, this time it worked. Now everything is out of there. This is why I was thinking there was a layout issue. Because now all of the stuff that was in this layout is like off to the side, and like every window of every panel I had open is like a different thing. I don't know. I mean, at least it opened, but it's like, do I have to like crash every single program or everything I had one time for it to work? And also, let's see, let's reset this to saved, whatever. See, this is the other thing, and the other thing about it too is like this has defaulted now to like my YDP space or whatever, but I had been on default. Aha. I was thinking this for a bit. I was thinking this was my assumption that it's related to workspaces, because for some reason, it just doesn't want to go back. And we're gonna load After Effects on its own. Yeah, that's right. Crash report. It's not my plugins. Get out of here. Okay. Load up. All right, great. Now I'm gonna change this to the YDP one. I guess I'll open something, do something just to whatever. I'm not gonna save, but I'm gonna quit. All right. I'm gonna say don't save. Okay. Now I'm going to open this. The thing about it though, it's not like I deleted that workspace, so it's not like it's like gone forever. Ha! It's definitely Workspace. So when I opened that other project, it probably switched my workspace. And then when I opened it again, it kept that workspace as like the default one to open with. And so now it works. So if that's the case, this is absolutely stupid for a program that has a workspace called default. Why not just, I don't know, you can't find the workspace or there's some error with it after like 5 seconds? How about open the default freaking workspace? It is called default. Use it. Better yet, just use the workspace I have set because that makes sense. You know, I want to use what I'm using all the time versus switching around every time I get a file from somebody else or open something old. Wouldn't that be great? Let's do it. This video should be called Adobe, don't sponsor this. I feel like they'd send me another cease and desist, even though, you know, slamming them for their own buggy ass software is completely legitimate, fair use. You know, see, the reason why I was thinking this was because in the past, I've had it where if I had, like when I was developing a script or something, if I had that script open and it got saved in my workspace, but it got changed or deleted or something, whatever, it was something like that, and you go to open After Effects again, it would crash. The annoying bit is that I want to use my other workspace, because I changed it to default mainly because I think you didn't have the same workspace that I did or the name for it or whatever. But for whatever reason, now doing that and being in default crashes it. And fix it. You know what's funny? I used to love this software. I used to love working in After Effects and all sorts of stuff, and 20 plus years, and I've just been driven nuts by it. Like, I don't understand why just every issue or every version seems to just come with like some different bug that just drives me nuts. They find a new way to do it every single year. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if that was the deal with Creative Cloud. I thought it was supposed to be about performance and fixing things and being able to iterate and do all this kind of stuff, but it just ends up being like every new year they find some new, the new feature is actually a bug that I have to deal with for 6 months until they replace it with a new one. And you know, sometimes it's not super terrible. And actually what was interesting for a while was when I had a Hackintosh, for some reason those bugs actually seemed to be delayed by a little bit. And so like whatever bug Sev was having in Windows at the time or whatever, I'd have the same bug like 3 years later or 2 years, like a year later. But you know, now that I'm back on a straight up just normal Mac, you know, I get them in normal real time. And so I guess at least I get to, you know, commiserate with other people online and the issues that they have. I would rather none of us have issues and just be able to work, but I guess that's not in Adobe's plan or the roadmap or whatever.
After Effects is nothing but that fucking printer in the movie Office Space. The one that drives everybody fucking nuts because it doesn't do shit. Every time I drop a font into After Effects and the fucking thing crashes for absolutely no reason, I want to do nothing but go full on Michael fucking Bolton on that goddamn piece of shit and end my fucking day. I'm done with it. What a piece of shit. Out.
And in. Anyway, so there's something else that drives me nuts. For years, I'd go on the forums and complain about something, and I would always get some After Effects apologists talking about how the team is small and everything. And you know what? That's true. I agree. But I don't care anymore. Because here's the thing. If the team is too small to keep the software that we all pay for working, maybe they need to devote some more resources to it. Instead, they take all of this stuff, funnel it to Photoshop, which for years, who even needed any update on that thing? Who are all of these people? What are you doing? What are you're taking my money just the same as somebody that uses Photoshop. Really shows you the priorities. Why do you devote everything to one thing? Like, especially like Photoshop. Okay, I get that now they're doing like a bunch of AI stuff and whatever that nobody's really asking for and everybody's kind of, you know, doom and gloom on anyway. But, you know, they're taking all the money to what? Develop Photoshop further? That thing has been around since the 80s. Like, I don't understand why, like, what is there to change? It's image editing, you know, like the core things that people do in it, you've been able to do for, you know, 10, 20 years. You know, like, I don't understand. But meanwhile, you have a broken piece of shit software like After Effects, never gets fixed. To be fair, I would say they don't crash as much now. Like, there's no, like, inescapable crash. Like, there was, back in the day, it was super bad because there was, like, crashes that would happen that would, like, destroy your project. And unless you knew about being able to re-import your project into the project, which usually works, but didn't always work back then, like, then you'd be sitting there like, I guess I'm gonna have to recreate this project for this client thing that's tomorrow that now I have to do like an all-nighter because it broke, you know? So that used to be the reality. I haven't had that happen to me, so I guess bravo Adobe, but like, you know, we still have stupid bugs like this that are just like annoying, constantly annoying. Like, okay, I can't open any project now because it might crash After Effects, so I have to import every project in there and then resave over the old one so that I can actually open it again because of this. Like, I'm trying to work. You know, I'm trying to make money. I'm trying to do things. I don't want to sit here troubleshooting and figuring out this crap. This should have been found. I don't understand how this wasn't found. And now they have public betas and all sorts of stuff. Like, how has this persisted through 3 versions of After Effects? I've written in like probably 16 to 20 reports every time, like in their little thing that pops up. Oh, what happened with the crash? What happened? Why is it not fixed? I mean, granted, actually, no, I think I did a couple of times mark that they could reach out to me. Maybe I didn't. I don't know, but I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to figure it out. I tell you, I'm trying, like my stuff crashes when I'm opening a project. You would think that somebody there would have used the software and be like, hey, this thing is crashing when this is going on. Don't know. I mean, there's people in the forum talking about it. And it's not even just Mac either. That's the other, it's on Windows too. So like, I don't know. I just don't, I can't, you know, there's a part of me that, you know, maybe like 5 years ago, I would have been like, oh, maybe I shouldn't say something too terrible about this because, you know, like maybe they'd sponsor the channel or do something like that. Like, Adobe, I dare you. I dare you to sponsor. I dare you to sponsor this channel. While I'm editing this one, I kind of realized that I should be a little bit clearer on this. Other than the sponsorship thing, like toss that aside. I did understand about the After Effects team being small and all this kind of stuff. And I've met some of the people and they're fine. They're like, you know, they generally do want to help and make things better. I don't want to knock that. I don't want this to come off as if I'm just like shitting on those people because they're not the problem. The problem is the whole Adobe itself. The entire company. Like, I've heard they don't even really understand what After Effects is for. They're developing a piece of software they don't even really understand. The executives don't understand what it's about, you know, whatever. Maybe that's not true, you know, whatever. It's probably not the largest share of stuff that they have. I mean, we know that. That's not, you know, like, obviously Photoshop is their thing. But that doesn't mean they can't devote people to fix this stuff. You know, if you have a team that's too small to handle the software and make it not buggy, and you're charging people to use that, and like my core work is not Photoshop. Many people's core work is After Effects, Premiere, all of these things. They all have issues, and I don't want to say that they don't get fixed entirely because the software over time has improved, sure. But these little problems go on for versions and versions. This has probably been, it's been at least 3. It might be even more, you know? And I get that sometimes things are hard to track down and maybe it's not a bunch of people seeing it or whatever. I don't know. But when you have a thing in your software to report that things are happening and you say, hey, this is happening. Hey, this is happening. Hey, this is happening. You know, you would think that at some point it might get fixed. These are the things that drive me nuts because they're so focused on whiz-bang features and to attract more people into the cloud and all this crap that nobody actually cares about. We just want After Effects to be fast and work. It has a lot of support, a lot of things from people, all sorts of different things built all over the place. We don't need some new thing and everything, you know, like, oh, we don't need to revise the UI. We don't need to do that. Like, this UI has been fine for like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years at least. They keep changing little things. Like, remember there was like that part where people made they made it like too dark or too bright or whatever. Like, it's like, put a slider in there like you did now and then just call it a day. It's done. You know, like, you don't need to go and revise the way the icons are and all these different things throughout whatever, just to like make little changes for no reason that just introduce more bugs. What we really need is a moratorium and all of that stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to hear the word new. What I want to hear is the bugs have been fixed. The thing is faster and more reliable because at the end of the day, that's what gets me out of the studio quicker so I can go home to my family. I can make more money because it's more profitable to not sit here all day dealing with bugs. You know, sitting here just angry, like, why is this not working? Why doesn't that work? Why does it do this? All of these things, you know, we're, like, Sev and I will be sitting here and we'll just be yelling at the screen the entire time just because, you know, there's stuff that it's like, it's just, Why?
I've literally been on fucking calls with Joe and Sev for like an hour plus. Just all of us just fucking screaming at our screens and ranting about this piece of shit driving us into fucking group therapy.
We meet on Tuesdays. Look, here's the problem. Adobe hasn't updated the code base for After Effects in like 30 years. We pay for the cloud, thousands and thousands of dollars. The whole idea of it was to iterate and do things quicker and fix bugs and make it faster, you know, all that stuff, so they didn't have to focus on features and all that kind of stuff. Well, how about you do that? I comped a thing in Fusion that had like multiple nodes, all of this stuff, tracking everything, all this crazy crap on like 4K, or actually I think it was larger than 4K footage. Hardly an issue. I don't think it crashed one time. Nothing. You know? And then when you render things out of there, it's damn near real time. Resolve, the same thing. Resolve goes faster than real time on my machine. Whenever I go to render, like this video might be 15 minutes, it might be like 7 minutes to export it. Does that happen on Premiere still? I doubt it. I don't know, maybe, but I'm not sticking around to find out. But instead, Adobe doesn't want to listen to any of that stuff, and they just want to try to attract more people. Just more people. And I get, you know, that profits are important and whatever, but, you know, when people are searching for alternatives to your software and more projects are actually becoming a reality, they're making that happen, perhaps that should tell you something. This one drives me so nuts that I'm actually, I think I'm gonna cut this one before any of the other Workbench stuff I've recorded, just so I could put this out there. Because I'm driven nuts. Of course, instead they'd, you know, rather work on things like Firefly and whatever to just basically replace what we're doing. You know, and then, you know, anything that you put up on Adobe stock, they're gonna mine that for content and to be able to, you know, do that for free. And I just saw a thing pop in a little bit ago that they're gonna have like unlimited Adobe stock things or whatever, which I'm sure that's gonna, you know, it's all gonna just be AI crap. And you know, like, and what's even gonna be the point in paying for that anyway, when you could just go off to like, you know, Midjourney or Google Veo or Gemini or whatever the hell they call it and use that instead. I've heard inklings that Meta's coming out with one too. Elon teased one like yesterday on X. I mean, I guess on the plus side, I won't have to use Adobe software anymore, I guess. I don't know, it could be that.
It's just a massive monster of dog shit that does nothing but just grow and feed off of our anxieties and anger. And there's really nothing more to say about it.
Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
What are you looking for?
The microphone, the camera, whatever they're using.